doing a test, guys, on seeing I didn't mind does not have to have an update. Okay. Maybe mine's not. Maybe mine already has an update. Y'all can see I'm tired. Trying to see if anybody's gonna come in and say hello. I got 2 people watching. Can y'all see me? If you can say hello, show some love. Anybody awake? Come say hello. I am live. You always awake. Hey, Sabo. I got an appeal so I can get my videos monetized. So it's under review. Maybe they'll fix it. Nothing. Can't sleep. I've been drinking coffee and doing some DIYs. I'm tired. Too tired to sleep. Hubby's in there watching TV. But I thought I'd just come in here and see what y'all up to. See who's awake. What you been doing today? I know, I've been cleaning, doing DIYs. I'm tired. You was working earlier, now you're chilling. Cool. I'm trying to stay at home because too much stuff going on around town, and I'm like, I ain't going out. Shoot, my hubby slept all day, and I'm like, my son, he slept all day, so I was like, I had to stay busy. Needed to go to the grocery store, but I was like, no, I'm not going. Thank God I didn't go. Somebody got shot in the parking lot. I'm like, I'm staying home. I'm like, hubby can go. I'll stay home. Now, Sabo, I know you got a girlfriend. I know, I think it's crazy. Too many people have guns, if you ask me. I don't think anybody should be out on, on the streets with guns, but I mean, here in close to where I live in Jackson, every time you cut the news on, somebody done got shot. Today there was a kid playing in the yard, and they said it was a drive-by, and the kid wasn't but 11 years old. I'm like, it needs to stop. I remember when I was coming up, you could get out in the yard and let the kids play. You could get out in the yard and play and didn't have to worry about nothing. But now, it's bad. You got that right. My husband is number 3. I got married the very first time when I was 17 years old. I married a 33-year-old man. I was crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. I was married to him for 10 years. Then he cheated. I'm like, I'm gone. I know, we have had, every time you cut the TVs on, it's just one thing after another. About kids taking and getting shot and playing in their own yard. Kids here in our neighborhood, they play here in the road, in the street, but we have like a big circle, okay, and all the kids there, we try to watch for the kids, and which in our little neighborhood here, we had the speed bumps put up, we've had speed signs put up, so that the kids, they can have a good time without having to worry about vehicles. Hey, Lori. Thank you very, very much. But, here in our neighborhood, the kids, we call ourselves, trying to watch the kids. And we've had some vehicles come through here that we don't know who they were. They were going real slow, looking at the kids. One man came through taking pictures of the kids. We reported it. But y'all know how the popo is. The popo don't do nothing. Hey, Diana. The popos don't do anything. But I'm like this, we have some houses here, we tell the kids, if you feel like you're in danger, go to so-and-so's house. The kids come, and I've had 2 kids come flying in my house, because a vehicle coming by that scared them, and the man was trying to get the girls up to the vehicle. I'm gonna tell you, it's not safe anymore. And thank God the girls were into my house, you know. And in our neighborhood here, we don't have just one color. We have everybody here. We have Chinese. We have Mexicans. We have blacks. We have white. We have Indians. We also have some Indian people here. And, you know, all the kids play together. And the parents here, we try to teach the kids, you know, you don't judge people by color. You know, you treat everybody the same. And I think if there was more parents doing the same, we might have a little more better place to live. Amen. Because my mama raised me to where you do not judge nobody. Okay? Now, when I was coming up, my brother, he had different race families that came to our home, spent the night with us, my children. I raised them the same way. And, you know, I had one boy that lived down the street from me, and his mom, she would come, you know, and like I told her, anytime she wanted to come down, come on. We would sit there and drink coffee and smoke cigarettes, and I mean, she was like a sister to me. I mean, I don't judge anybody by color, because I was raised that you don't take and judge people by color. You take and judge people by how they are on the inside. That's how my mama raised me. Because like my mama said, we all bleed the same blood. It's all red. And I've had some ladies come in here and say something racist, and I'm like, you don't put that on my channel. Because I love everybody. And I know everybody says love is a big word. You know, well, when I say I love somebody, I love somebody. Because, you know, we all God's children. And we're supposed to love each other. That's the way I feel. That's how I was raised. Now I know there are some people that are racist, but you know, I've seen it. And you know, my kids, they're like, Mom, why are they like that? I said, because it's how they were raised. You know, I got a white lady lives down the street here, and this woman is racist. I mean, very. And I'm like, you know, I guess it's the way she was raised. But I'm like this, you know, we all human beings, and we need to be all treated the same. Thanks, Diana. I'm exhausted. I've been doing DIYs, but I can't sleep yet. I'm just not sleepy. But I'm like this. If people would start thinking, you know, outside the box, instead of judging people by color or how, if they got money or not, you know, people need to stop, you know. People need to get along, and I think we would have a better a better world. I mean, that lady down there, you can't change her mind. And she don't like me. And I'm like, well, that's her choice. But I'm like this, I'll pray for her. That's what I do. Yeah, my hair's coming back, Diana. But if you notice, I got some grays. Ain't no hair dye in this, girl. This is natural, but it feels thinner than what it did. But it'll grow back. So what have you ladies been doing today? I was just testing out my live and see if I had to do an update on this thing. And it didn't show an update, so I'm like, yay. Girl, I wish. I lost weight and I'm starting to eat a little bit more than what I was eating, but I'm still watching what I eat. But my hip still bothers me a lot, and I'm having surgery next month, Diana. So I won't be on next month, but I will be letting you guys know I'm okay. Yes, he is, Diana. I'm kind of just sitting here and reading. I will, girl. You know me, I'll keep y'all informed. I might not be able to come in here and, do lives and stuff, because the doctor said after surgery, it's going to take a while. I can't lift anything with my arms because they were removing the lymph nodes from under my arm. They're removing the cancer from my breast, both of them. But they're not doing a mastectomy. I'm not losing both of them. He's just going to take some out. So I'm like, I'm going to be lumpy. That's what I'm making fun of it. I mean, I've had when removed, that was just, they said it was like a fibroid tumor, but before. But this yeah, I know. And y'all know me. I am lumpy. Oh, Lord. But I mean, hey, there's padded bras to wear, too much info out there. But, I'm blessed that, that I'm not going to have to have the mastectomy. Thank God. But I am going to have the surgery and do what the doctor done told me I'm going to be doing. I won't be able to, lift my arms. I won't be able to, he said I'll be really, really sore. I'm like, well, you better give me some real good medicine, because if I'm hurting, I'm going to be taking something. I can't get over that, girl. You are lumpy. Yes, I am very happy that I'm going to be okay too, because, that first doctor, diagnosis scared the crap out of me. And told me I had to get things in order, is what she said. And I done like everybody told me and got my second opinion. And this doctor, he's like, he says it is not a stage 4. And I mean, I really appreciate that, Diana. But I'm like this, prayers were answered. I prayed so much, girl. I was so scared while I was taking chemo when they first started the IV chemo. Oh my God, because I was sick. I stayed sick, but then I still got up, and still done what I had to do at home. I mean, I'm a wife, I'm a mother, and my husband's like, honey, I can do this. Well, I felt like, I didn't want to be a burden to him, and I didn't want him to think that I wasn't going to be the wife I'm always going to be. I'm still and lumpy. Oh Lord. But I mean, I'm still gonna be me. I mean, I don't care how bad I feel. I still got out of bed, and I still got up and cleaned house, even though I had also dealing with a hip that's broken. I don't know, girl, if you knew it, but I did. I broke my hip right after I found out that I had cancer. And I hate that word, but they did. They put 3 screws in my hip. Yes, girl. I slipped, okay? We got a new puppy, okay? And I had just taken him outside, brought him back in, and what did he do? He peed in the floor. I didn't see it, and I fell. And that floor is like concrete in that kitchen, because I fell between the kitchen and the living room. And I knew it was broke when I fell, because I told hubby, call 911. And he says, you want me to help you up? I said, no. And what was so bad was, I had a sandwich and I had a glass of milk in my hand. It went all over hubby's recliner and all in the floor. Well, hubby called and told 911, that I needed help. You know who the first person was that showed up? The police showed up. He come to the door and looks at me and says, are you okay? No. And my husband's like, where's the ambulance, The pole dancing, girl, I can't pole dance. My left leg won't let me. I got shimmied up the pole with my right leg. But when I got it broke, girl, oh my God. the police officer, I mean, he's like, well, I had to make sure everything was okay. Really? I'm like, I can't get, he says, do you need some help? I said, you don't touch me, is what I told him. You don't touch me. He looked at me funny. I'm like, you don't touch me. I knew that it was broke. I thought at first maybe it just popped out of place. But when the fire department came, the fire department guys helped me up and set me on a chair. And I heard something pop, and they did too. That's what I was about ready to say. I was taking and mopping my floor with milk. Really? But, you know, afterwards, my husband's like, well, maybe he thought it was domestic or something. I says, really? He says, yeah, it does happen. I'm like, honey, if you'd have hit me, honey, I'd have hit back. He says, I ain't gonna hit you. But the police officer stayed there the whole time. And I told him exactly what happened. And the ambulance finally got there, okay? And then they look at me and ask me, can you walk to the ambulance? No. I mean, I was hurting so bad, I was going off on them, okay? I'm freezing. Hubby has got the air back down. I'm cold. But I could not walk, okay? And I told them I couldn't walk. Well, they couldn't get the stretcher in, they said. And the firefighter guys, they got me in the ambulance. I'm like, they took and got me on the stretcher outside, which they could have gotten it inside. I'm like, I don't have anything in the way of the door. But it was rough going to the hospital. I think they hit every freaking bump there was. And I'm like, knock me out or something, y'all. This is killing me. I mean, I was hurting. But after I got to the hospital, I think it was a day later before they done surgery, or 2 days later, because they had to do a stress test to make sure that I could go through surgery, since I've had heart attacks, a stroke, making sure that I could do it, and I passed all of it. But then the doctor says, if the screws, I can't do the screws, might have to do the hip replacement. But he says, really, you're too young for a hip replacement. Maybe we can do the screws. These screws hurt. I get cold, they hurt. He said that arthritis has set up in my bones, in my knees. But I do have a tumor growing on my knee that they're going to take off later. First, I'm doing this breast surgery. I need to put me I do too, Diana. I wish all you guys lived closer to me. But, you know, my mom, she's busy with taking care of my dad. And my sister, she has to work. But my son's here with my husband to kind of help with me. And they know next month, you know, that they gonna be eating some TV dinners, or they gonna be calling pizza. But like I told them, that costs too much. Like I told them, I can go in there and I can tell them, okay, this is how you do it. And my husband's like, no, honey. You're gonna be in bed. But like I told him, I could take him, you know, time how to do it. He's like, you're staying in bed. But like I told him, I could cook up some stuff and stick it in the freezer, and all they have to do is take it out and pop it in the oven. I told him he wants barbecue chicken the next day. He could just put the chicken in the... Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Diana. I told him, I said, if you want some barbecue chicken, you don't want to cut the oven on. The night before, put the chicken in the crock pot, pour the barbecue sauce in there with a little bit of water, and turn it on and let it cook. And it'll be ready for the next day. Like I told him, crock pots come in handy. Quick and easy. But I cried tonight, you know, because I was watching TV and a kid playing in the yard and got shot by a drive-by. I cried. And I'm like, kids can't get outside and play. You know, it's sad. I remember, you know, growing up, playing in the yard, sister playing out in the mud, making mud pies, and I'm like, you know, kids can't be kids anymore. I mean, it's crazy. What are you doing awake, Diana? I seen you got you a new little puppy. I know the feeling. It is 2:22 a.m. here. I think last night it was around 3 a.m. before I even fell asleep. Beautiful puppy. Girl, we have got the Chance, and he's big, okay. He kind of wants to stay with me when I go outside. He's like, you know, right beside me. 3:15 a.m. Ah, girl. But he is a half German Shepherd and half Golden Retriever. And he is just, he's a big old baby. Let's see, he is 6 months old. This will be 6 months. Yeah, he watches me, and he knew when I fell, he took off running, okay? And when I came home from the hospital, hubby thought, I was going to want him to go back to where he got him from. And he come, sneaking in, and I'm like, hey, Chance. He seen me, and oh my, he come running. But he was whining the whole time, like, I'm sorry. But now, he'll knock you down if you don't watch it. But he wants to be right there with me. And I told hubby, I says, I can't be mad at him. I mean, he's just a puppy. He didn't know. And, like I told hubby, I says, he's an outside dog. He's going to be an outside dog. So at night, he sleeps in our garage. No, we did not have our cars in the garage. The reason is because he would be done chewed the tires off the car. That dog, he gets firewood off the pile in there, off the stand, and chews it. You give him a bone, he don't want it. Give him a chew toy, he don't want it. I'm like, this dog will eat you out of house and home. He will keep eating as long as you feed him. And I'm like, you're on a limit, because you almost 100 pounds. Y'all, he's gotten bigger. I'm like, he's getting fat. He gets a year old, he's getting fixed. Now, Lucky, we've been having problems with him. He's not wanting to eat. He has problems with his stomach. And I gave him his stomach medicine, and hopefully it works. He don't want to eat. He just wants to lay around. But I told hubby, if he's not any better, you're going to have to take him to the vet. Because that's the reason they gave us extra pills for his stomach. And this time it's not working. It could be something else wrong, and I hope it's not. Yeah, I mean, I found out that Cujo, he is 10 years old, and I've been thinking he was 7. He's not. Lucky, he is, I think hubby said 9 years old. But Cujo gets around like a puppy, okay? I don't see how he does, but he does. But Lucky, he just laying around. And I'm kind of, scared if something happens to him, I'm going to have a fit. Because Lucky's like my little baby. Our fur babies are our family. But we got 3 people watching. They are family. Cujo is very protective of me, okay? We had our AC went out on the outside, and the unit upstairs messed up. It went out, and the guy said, you know, it would be cheaper to just go ahead and replace them both. So we did. Well, he was coming towards me because I had to write him the check, okay? Because hubby had done put the loan, because we had to get a loan from the bank, in the bank. So he put it in the bank, and I had to write him a check. And he was coming towards me, and Cujo wanted to eat him up. And I told hubby, I says, you're going to have to get Cujo. And the man's like, you know, hey, I ain't going to hurt her, you know. Like I told him, don't touch him. And he didn't. And I said, Cujo, stop. And he did. He laid there. Yeah, that's a good name for him, Cujo. Because he's bad, I'm going to tell you. He just, now, it took him a while to get used to Brandon when me and him were dating. You know, Cujo would get in between. You know, he's like, and kind of growled at him. And, you know, Brandon would take and, you know, kind of try to pet him. And he would growl. And I told Brandon, I says, give him a treat. So he gave him a treat. After that, he was fine. But I tried to get that AC man to give him a treat. Nope. Didn't work with Cujo. Didn't want the treat. You don't mess with my mama. He's something. I says, I guess if someone ever came into my home, broke into my home, he would bite their ankles. Because that's all he is, a little ankle biter. Well, girl, I'm going to get off of here. And whoever else is watching, I'm going to get behind off of here. It is 2:31 a.m. They do protect us. And they know who their mama is. Now, like Lucky, though, Lucky is, you know, Brandon's dog. But he know who feeds him and who gives him treats. But, you know, right now he don't want to eat nothing. Alright, y'all. Well, I love you, Diana, and I'm glad girl got to talk to you. And I wasn't trying to be mean or nothing on that comment. I didn't really want to put it all out here on YouTube because you know how the haters are. But I did want you to know that what was going on. And I love you. God bless you all. And take care of yourself, girl. Take care of that puppy. Hey, stay off them poles. Alright, girl. I love you. And God bless.